There are 4 main steps that you have to do when adding a custom web link into your employee self-service or ESS. So I'm going to show you how to complete those 4 steps. Once you're logged into your ESS as an administrator, you're going to want to click on the administrator link up here at the top of the screen so that you can view all of your administrator menu items. Then under custom content, we will click on create web links. And if you have any pre-existing custom web links that you've already created in your system, they will show up here in orange. And you can simply click on the link to edit or click the circle with the X to delete it if it's no longer needed. But we're going to add a new custom web link, so we're going to click the plus sign up at the top right-hand portion of your screen. And for this example, I'm going to add my Delphia Consulting Software Manuals website. So I'm just going to type in DC Software Manuals. I can add a more detailed description if need be, but the description of the web link is not going to be shown anywhere except as an administrator if I need to have a little bit more clarification as to what this is talking about. But it is not required because it does not have an asterisk to the left of the field, so I'm just going to leave this blank. And then I have to define my web link as to where it's going to take me when I click on it. So I already have this website up, so I'm going to click the URL at the top of the screen and right click to copy it. I can also do Control-C to copy the data. And I'll go back into my ESS and single click into the URL text field box and then do a Control-V as in Victor to paste the data. Next to the single sign-on, I'm going to keep the selection on no because this website does not require any credentials to be entered or to be signed into, so we'll just keep that at no. And then we're going to save the data that we entered, and you'll notice that it's going to go directly to the bottom of my list. This list that you create on the custom web links is not in alpha order, it is just in the order in which you create the link. And if you need to make any changes, again, you can simply click on the link, edit your information, and click on save. So now that we've created our web link, that is the first step. The second step is to add this web link to a menu. So under the custom content, we're going to click on create custom menu. And I want the employees to be able to see this custom web link. So I'm going to click on employee to expand it, select my menus, and then I'm going to create a new menu item, which here you'll see it's already created, but I'm going to create another one so that you can see the process. And I'll click on new. It's going to take me to the bottom of the screen, and I'm going to create DC Software Manuals new. And I'm going to link. It's at the very bottom of the list again, the DC Software Manuals. And I want this to be in a new window because I want easy access back into my employee self-service. And I'll leave the display instructions and related links as no. Then I need to save my change. You'll see here that this has been added to the very bottom of my menus. And that is the second step. The next step is to add this custom content within my employer setup. So I'm going to go to the employer setup under system settings. And you'll see here you have multiple employers. You want to set this up at the setup level. So everything is pointed to the enterprise, so we're going to open up the enterprise. And you'll notice that there are 3 different areas of the employer setup page. We're going to click on the custom content area and scroll down. Right now it's going to go in order of the menus. So administrator menus we're going to leave alone, but we're going to scroll down until we get to the employee menus. Remember, we just created this new menu. So we're going to look for the one we created, which is the DC Software Manuals new. And we're going to click on the first icon or the column in the middle, which is actually our custom text. This is how we add the link here into this menu item. So we'll click here and we're going to click the plus sign. And this list is actually in alpha order. So we will look for our DC Software Manuals. And it confirms that this is a web link, which we just created. So we'll hit save. And if we click back to the list, we'll notice that this has been saved. And we can go back to the list as well. And then we want to do the fourth and final step, which is adding access to this. So we are now back on the page setup just by going back to the list. And we're going to look for, under Custom, right here, Custom, the DC Software Manual's new menu item. And right now it defaults to no access whenever you create a brand new menu item. And we're just going to do the drop down and click on View so that we do have access. Scroll back up and save our changes. And we're going to need to log off in order to be able to see the changes that we just made. So I will log back in. And you will notice under the employee menu items that we do have our new DC Software Manual's new link here listed under my menus. So if I click on this, you'll notice that a new web browser popped open with this web link, and I can still easily navigate back to my employee self-service website.